thanks so much, Mr. Chairman. Thanks for holding this important hearing, and thanks to the witnesses who are joining us today. Today is really a great opportunity to discuss the strategic importance of our freely associated states in the Indo-Pacific region. They play a vital role in our deterrence of an even and ever more aggressive China. The war in Ukraine has raised the alarm to the world. We're seeing a shifting of the global world order as we know it. A belligerent and hostile Russia has reminded Europe that the world is not a peaceful place. Security, peace, and stability can no longer be taken for granted there. At the same time, aggressive countries like China with larger global ambitions are watching. They're watching to upset the security and power dynamic in the region and to threaten Taiwan. Can't take their actions lightly. We should do all that we can to deter them from taking the same course as Russia. The compacts of free association that we have with the freely associated states of the Marshall Islands, Micronesia, and Palau are a key part in that deterrence. These island nations and our U.S. territories of Guam, the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands, and American Samoa, they form an important line of support and defense for the U.S. and our allies in the Pacific. The military assets and personnel that we currently have stationed on these islands, they do and help provide stability. So will our future plans for additional facilities and assets. The compacts of the Free Association facilitate these strong bonds. They are critical to continuing our historically strong relationships with these nations. The administration has stated they understand the priority of the compacts in their recently released Indo-Pacific strategy of the United States. In its Indo-Pacific strategy, the administration stated, quote, "We will also prioritize negotiations on our compacts of free association with the freely associated states as the bedrock," they say, "of the U.S. role in the Pacific." However, as Chairman Manchin and I have noted in our recent letter to the administration, to date, despite these statements by the administration, there has been no formal compact negotiation meeting between any of the FAS and the administration since the year 2020, meaning none with the Biden administration. Actions speak louder than words, as the chairman has said. China is on the move. Time is running out on renewing the expiring provisions of these compacts. The agencies before us today, the Departments of Interior and State, as well as the Department of Defense, need to work together to get these negotiations back on track. Now is not the time to send a signal to our adversaries that the U.S. doesn't consider the freely associated states a strategic priority. We cannot allow China to forge stronger ties with these nations at our expense and at the expense of our allies. The people of the freely associated states have stood by us as steadfast allies. They expect in return that their priorities are heard. With the three agencies before us today, it's my hope, Mr. Chairman, that we can get a better sense of what's being done to deter China and what the barriers are to moving forward with these compact negotiations. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I look forward to the testimony.